Learning Objective 1. Key areas of child development. Physical development. A basic principle of an infant's physical development is that it begins with the head and then extends down the body. For example, babies develop control of their heads and necks before they are able to use their fingers in a pincer grip to pick up small objects. Physical development is often the most noticeable aspect of a child's development because we can see it happening in terms of growth. For example, we can see muscles developing on a baby's legs, or a toddler gaining height. Of course, physical development also implies attainment in terms of physical skills, these being gross motor skills and fine motor skills. Gross motor skills are those requiring use of large muscle groups, such as crawling, walking, climbing, skipping, and running. Fine motor skills are those requiring manual dexterity and hand-eye coordination, such as picking up objects using the fingers, passing a toy from one hand to the other, or sorting shapes into a sorting box. Cognitive development. Simply put, the development of cognitive skills refers to a child's expanding capacity and inclination to think and learn. Cognitive development is associated with the enhancement of intellectual skills, such as attention, memory, logic, imagination, and problem solving. The development of cognitive skills occurs within a child's brain as a result of both life experiences and inherent predispositions. According to Piaget, intellectual growth occurs in terms of a natural sequence of stages that children pass through as they build relationships with people in their lives and interact with their immediate environment. Whether we agree wholeheartedly with Piaget or dispute some of his claims, we are likely to agree upon the importance of encouraging children's natural curiosity and motivation to learn through age-appropriate play activities that are both intellectually stimulating and challenging. Communication development. Communication development is about much more than the progression of speech and language as it pertains to the acquisition of both non-verbal and verbal skills. For example, the fetus may begin to communicate feelings even before birth, such as by squirming when startled by a sudden, loud noise. Non-verbal communication methods include use of body language in the form of facial expressions, smiling or frowning, hand gestures such as pointing or waving, or body movements like nodding the head and shrugging the shoulders. The infant's verbal communication methods are sometimes separated into two categories: pre-linguistic, in the form of squeals, coos, and babbles, or linguistic, like using a word or phrase in a meaningful context, such as pointing to mum while saying mama. This categorization boosts our understanding of the sequence taking place within the child's overall development of language and communication skills. However, we know that children understand meanings associated with spoken language long before they can utter words and phrases of their own. Therefore, it follows that we cannot neatly categorize all developmental processes, and there is likely to be considerable overlap of pre-linguistic and linguistic skills as children learn and develop language proficiency. Social and emotional development. Socialization is a process that involves learning how to interact with close family members within the immediate family unit, so primary socialization, and with people such as classmates and teachers within wider societal contexts such as school, secondary socialization. The ability of children to socialize and interact with others in constructive and meaningful ways runs parallel with their emotional development. Emotional development is boosted by the early acquisition of positive attributes such as self-esteem and self-confidence, as enabled through important processes such as bonding and attachment.